Good morning, it's 9 in the morning and I'll make myself some breakfast, some EzBreezy breakfast, and I'll start to study my exam. I have an exam on Monday. I actually had a flu last few days ago and I felt very uncomfortable and I had a very high fever. Luckily, I got recovered from flu these few days. When I seen the doctor said actually people usually recover from flu by themselves and no need medicine. If I want to recover faster, I might need the medicine. And I told the doctor I need the medicine because I have an exam. After taking 2-3 days medicine, at least I feel like I have energy to do many things, such as study is important. Let's make some breakfast.
I have 2 exams coming soon. Both are open book online exam. The first one is a short answer exam. The other one is a multiple choice exam. Time management is extremely important. I have a study plan for my exam preparation. For example, study 2 topics each day. Today, I will start to prepare my short answer exam. This exam is kind of short essay exam. In the next part of this video, I will provide some very useful tips for preparing for a short answer exam. It might be your lifesaver. In this exam, I need to complete 4 questions in 2 hours, and each answer has a 350 words limitation. Firstly, I'll go through my notes and handouts. If I find some content that I don't really understand, I will read the textbook and see the definitions and examples from the textbook. Then I will write it down in my notes using my own words to explain it. Why we should do that, you will know it later. After going through the handouts and notes, I will look into the textbook. Let me tell you the most effective way to use the textbook for exam study. You can just ignore all the pages of the topic if you have read through the textbook before. Like me, I usually go through the textbook before every classes, so don't spend your time to reread the textbook again. It's a waste of time. You better spend your time doing something else more helpful. For the textbook, I suggest only focusing on the last few pages of each topic. Most textbooks have a summary for each topic in the final part, and some of them include practice questions too. These are the things you need to focus on when you are studying for your exam. Why should we do that? The summary is all the main points of the topic. This is all you need to know and understand well. The summary can determine your understanding of this topic. If you don't have any questions about this summary, that means that you have a quite good understanding of this topic. If I find some content, keywords, or theories that I don't really understand, I will look back into the textbook, handouts, or Google. I'll try to see more definitions and examples and then note it down with my own words. Remember, reading is useless. Understanding is the key to achieving good scores. How to know whether you understand them or not? Here's some tips for you. Try to make some examples. If you can come up with some examples, then you probably know it well already. Give you some examples here. Then do the practice question in the textbook seriously. Why do I say seriously? Many questions in the exam will be taken from here. Of course, there will be not exactly the same questions. The exam will rephrase the questions from here and make some adjustments. So, I usually will do the questions properly. For example, in explaining the theories, I will spend time writing a short essay. You can also try to predict what will be tested in the exam and try to write the answers. I know it's quite a big work for writing a short essay for each theory, but you will find it's worthy because you actually can copy and paste your answers into your exam paper and then make some little adjustments. It saves you a lot of time, believe me. You don't have to waste your time to thinking what to write or write a whole essay during the exam. Here's my exam draft. After 1 week of study, I am well prepared for the exam. Guess what happened in this exam? I completed 4 questions. 3 of them are copied from my draft. I just spent most of my time doing 1 question in the exam. Since I have prepared and rephrased all the answers, I can easily copy and paste them into the exam paper. The exam questions are not the same as I said, but the theories are unchangeable. So I can just copy my explanation of the theories from my draft. Today, I'll start to prepare the open book multiple choice exam. Multiple choice could be easier sometimes, but it could be harder in an open book exam. Usually, we can't remember all the contents, so your searching skill is important. For example, I'm using iMac, so I will press Command and F to find the keywords. You can search the keywords in the questions or the answers, A, B, C, D answers. But sometimes the words in Uni's handouts are undetectable, like this. Even though you use Find, the word also cannot be found. So I use Acrobat DC to convert my handouts to a searchable text PDF. Firstly, I will export my notes and handouts from Notability. In the Acrobat DC, I can edit my PDF, like moving the context, edit or add words to the PDF. Now I process the word recognitions. It can detect most of the words, including the words in an image, which is very useful. Here we go, now the words are searchable. Although searching can help us to find the answers, it doesn't mean you no need to study at all. If you search for all answers in the exam, you probably will run out of time. So I will predict what will be tested in the exam. For example, some complex theories and keywords that I can't remember well. I will write it on the sticky notes and paste them on my table and computer. Easy for me to check when I can't remember them. The last thing for multiple choice exam preparation is practice. Do not try to memorize all the contents for exam. It's useless. Sometimes our memory is not as good as we expected. But try to do more practice. It can help you to improve your memory naturally. The more you do, the more you're familiar with these contents. So when you see the similar questions in the exam, you can answer them directly and move to the next question. I use Quizlet since my first year of uni because it's free. After creating a quiz, I can do the quiz on any devices. I can do the quiz before I sleep or on the train with my phone. I will create questions while I study for the topics. Type the key terms, theories, definitions or examples into the Quizlet. Then when I do the quiz, I'll set multiple choice test. Furthermore, I also do some quizzes for other creators in the Quizlets. Different people create questions differently. The more patterns you see, the more you're familiar with the contents. Guess what happened in my exam? I finished my exam earlier. I had 15 minutes extra time. I can directly answer many questions in the exam without searching. I also find some answers in my sticky notes on my table. I spent some time for searching answers to a few complex questions. I hope my study tips are helpful. Thanks for watching.